Welcome back to Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us again. We're joined by Julie Gutman. Julie is the Executive Director of the Program for Torture Victims. Julie, thank you so much for being here. What exactly is the program?
Program for Torture Victims rebuilds the lives of torture survivors from over 65 different countries. People who stood up for freedom, democracy, human dignity, and paid a very heavy price.
Julie,
we are the first human rights organization of our kind in the country and the only in the greater Los Angeles area that provides comprehensive services to torture survivors. Everything from medical and psychological treatment to legal help through the asylum process, to help finding jobs, housing, virtually everything a survivor would need to begin anew and start their life here in Los Angeles.
Now, I know you as an aide to the mayor of Los Angeles, so how does a nice Politico wind up being, go from that position to a position like this?
Well, the truth is it's all about the same thing. Mayor Villaraigosa was committed to the fight for human dignity, and I am committed to that fight as well, while I worked for him and now while I'm working for the Program for Torture Victims.
But you also have a connection, a familial connection.
The truth is, from an early age, my cousin Irma Gutman, who was a survivor from the Holocaust, she was such an inspiration to me. She watched as her parents were taken to their death at Auschwitz. Her stories of incredible strength and courage amidst the horror, her efforts to save lives while risking her own was so powerful and left such an indelible impression on me and actually inspired me to help those in need. And who is more in need than those who come to this country not just with nothing, no home, job, no family, no money, but bearing with them the scars and burden of torture that they have to relive as they go through the arduous asylum process.
Now, you mentioned Irma, who witnessed the slaughter of her parents, metaphorically speaking, at Auschwitz. I know that you know someone who's now in Los Angeles that was victimized in the Congo right in front of her family. Tell us about that uplifting story in the final analysis.
Yes. You know, there's so many stories of our survivors, and they all vary. What they all have in common is the story of unspeakable suffering, but also the story of resilience, of strength and courage to rebuild their lives. We have several survivors for the Congo. One in particular that we were discussing was a nurse, a gay woman in the Congo, who was raped and beaten in front of her children at the bequest of her husband, simply for helping those in need and being gay. She came to this country with nothing. No home, no job, no money, not speaking a word of English, and without her family. Thankfully, the Congolese community directed her to the Program for Torture Victims, and she talks about how PTV literally saved her life. Through our co-founder, medical director, Dr. Jose Quiroga, he rehabilitated her broken body. One of our psychologists helped her have a voice so that she could speak out and repair her broken spirit. We helped her win asylum, to find a job, to find housing. And today, she has regained her mental, her psychological, physical strength. She lives in a home with her partner. She has a good job.
I want to meet her.
She is amazing.
In our final moments, I know that we can help in many ways. We can volunteer, but we can also attend an awards dinner. It's coming up on April 12th, a Human Dignity Awards dinner, downtown Los Angeles. Briefly tell us a bit about it.
The Human Dignity Awards dinner will celebrate the 30 years of PTV's life-saving work, and we will be dedicating ourselves to work towards a world without torture in the years to come.
Julie, thank you for coming on, and thank you for doing what you're doing. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Brad.
I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks for watching. Back to HLN.